my channel. I am so happy that you're here. Today we're going to be talking about a really great topic for all of my homeowners out there. Yes, the day will eventually come when you will be saying goodbye to your beautiful palace, and you want to be ready for that moment. So this information is full of tips that's going to keep you on track and keep you prepared when that time comes. Share this with a friend as well if you know that they're about to put their house on the market. This is, I'm telling you, it's helpful information that everybody needs to know if you bought a house. The very first tip that I have for you is price your home right. Okay, and let me explain something, because I'm not just going to talk about the typical, don't price it too high and, don't try to get more for it than what it's worth. I'm not saying that. You need to be educated on what the housing market is doing, and you need to stay connected with a really good local realtor, me. And we'll provide you with a comparative market analysis. That report actually gives you information on the current conditions in the housing market, and it'll give you a comparison as to how your house would stand up if you decided to list it today, or whenever you get that report. So those reports are very handy. If someone reaches out to you and offers it to you, take it, okay? Take it. It's all it is information. Nobody's asking you to put your house on the market right now, but you need to be informed. So when you're having that conversation with your realtor and they're explaining to you why they are wanting to price your home at a certain amount, you won't have to refer to outside websites that don't have all the time accurate information. It's best to get your information from a licensed professional, and if they're offering it to you for free, take it. What I have for you is to make the necessary repairs and upgrades. If you know that dishwasher isn't working, go ahead and replace it, okay? Don't wait until it's time for you to put the house on the market and you're like, well, I'm not gonna do anything with the dishwasher. I'll just leave it as is. Yes, that is a minimal expense compared to, the price of a home, but that could also deter a buyer, because if they're coming into your home and they're touring it and they identify multiple things that they're gonna have to get repaired as soon as they move into the house or soon after, then that might be a turnoff and you might end up losing a deal over that. So if you know that things need to be repaired, go ahead and make a list and get them done before you get that sign in front of your house saying for sale, unless you are willing to negotiate on your price more and give concessions because there's issues, but think about it. But the stuff that you can do right now, go ahead and take care of it. It's much easier. Suggestion that I have for you is to stage your home. Having professional stagers come into your home and place furniture and decor items in your home to attract buyers is, it's a game changer. It's the difference between your home sitting on the market for months and months and months versus you getting multiple offers, or your home just being on the market for a few days. It makes a difference. And if you can't afford staging, then consult with a professional and have them come in and give you a plan of action as to what to do as far as removing certain items in your home if you're still going to have your furniture in it and your personal items in it while the home is being showed. Just have someone come in and do an assessment and just give you pointers on how to present your home well when you're showing it, because first impressions are always a lasting impression, and you don't want to miss out on a great opportunity just because you decided not to do anything with your house. The next most important thing that you need to do is you need to hire the right agent for the job. You do. It's super important. You know that. But you're probably asking yourself, well, how can I figure out who's the right agent? It's simple. Here's what you can do. When somebody stops by your house and they knocks on the door and they leave a little door hanger, they give you a flyer and they introduce themselves and they say they're here just asking, is there anything that they can assist you with because they're a realtor? Take the information from them. Don't throw it in the trash. Keep their contact info. Same thing. If they, contact you in any other way, keep their contact information and continue that open line of communication with that agent. If they are offering to assist you with different services, provide more information to you about certain things about the housing market, take it, okay? Each time you have a conversation with that agent, you can kind of, that'll give you more of an idea as to whether or not you're connecting with this agent or if you need to continue to look for somebody different. The thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to wait until the very last minute and you know that you're about to put your house on the market because maybe you got a new job offer, you have to PCS or, anything. It could be a number of things. And you just don't have an established relationship with a realtor. That is going to give you a little bit of anxiety because you may end up going with someone and it might be one of those things where you're thinking that you're making the right decision and it turns out that you're not, or you might not even be comfortable with your decision because you're pretty much just going with the first person that, raises their hand and says that they're a realtor and they're here to help. That's not a good way to pick a realtor. So what I'm suggesting to you is to keep that line of communication open with the realtor when you come across one, okay? Nobody's trying to make you do anything that you don't want to do at that moment. They're simply just having a conversation with you. Me, if I, come across you and we meet somewhere and I'm a realtor, I'm not going to chase you down and try to sell your house. And if you're not ready to sell your house, it's just a point of having a good relationship with someone, before you get into a business venture with them. It's always super important to make sure you hire the right realtor for the job. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you're going to go with someone that's going to market your home effectively. Okay. And that goes back to what I just mentioned about having that understanding, that relationship with the realtor, and you'll be able to kind of look back at their properties that they currently have on the market and see how they're marketing those properties, and you'll have an idea as to how they would market your property as well too. Also, when you're having that conversation with the realtor and they're suggesting that you do certain things with your house, don't just dismiss those suggestions. They're trying to put you in the position to get your house sold quickly and for the price that you're asking for or close to it. So keep all that in mind, but the main thing you need to remember is you need to market your home effectively. Do your research first before you sign on the bottom line with someone. What I have for you is to be flexible, my friend. The goal is to sell your house as quickly as possible, but you also want to get close to your asking price or your asking price. But you also may receive offers that, are requesting some concessions. You have to keep that in mind as well. Sometimes people just want to feel like they are getting, something out of the deal. They're not just buying your property. They're getting a little, just a little incentive for purchasing it. So just be flexible with that. If it's something that you can do and, it's gonna close the deal, it's gonna get your house off the market, then, the numbers might not add all the way up together, but be flexible with your conversation. It might be worth countering back at a different number. You might be able to come to a happy place where you both can agree upon it, but just be flexible. Don't just toss it out and be like, no, just move on to the next person. Because, the way the market is, it's up and down, it is what it is. Sometimes you'll get a buyer in, they'll look at your property, and if they feel like you're not willing to talk and negotiate, then guess what? That buyer is going to move on to the next property, and you can throw a lot of money at them, and they're not even going to entertain your deal because they're going to feel like they're just not making the best decision for them because you weren't willing to talk, willing to negotiate, being flexible, So just keep that in mind, friends. Keep that in mind. It's always a negotiation situation when it comes down to selling real estate. And when you're negotiating, you just got to be flexible. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a lot of helpful information. If you have questions about anything that I mentioned, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is listed at the bottom of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll chat with you next time.